Hi, I am Odumar Patkar and welcome to this lecture on the module corrosion. Today we are going to talk about types of electrochemical corrosion. In the last lecture we discussed two mechanisms of electrochemical corrosion, which are evolution of hydrogen and absorption of oxygen. Now in this lecture let's talk about types of electrochemical corrosion. We learned that there are 5 types of electrochemical corrosion: galvanic cell corrosion, concentration cell corrosion, peating corrosion, stress corrosion, and intergranular corrosion. Now in this lecture we are going to talk about the first type of electrochemical corrosion, that is galvanic cell corrosion. This corrosion type also called as differential metal corrosion, because there are two or more metals involved in this corrosion. Let's assume this zinc metal rod which is connected with the copper metal rod, and both these metal rods are connected electrically and in contact with the same electrolyte solution. So two metals which are connected electrically and in contact with the same electrolyte solution, in such case galvanic cell corrosion occurs or differential metal corrosion will occur. Now in this case, one metal will behave as anode and the other metal will behave as cathode. Now which metal will behave as anode and which metal will behave as cathode is totally depends upon the galvanic series. Let's first see what galvanic series is. In this series, metals and their alloys are arranged with the decreasing order of their activity, that means corrosion activity. Here metals and their alloys at the top of the list are very much anodic or active towards the corrosion. So this is noted as corroded end, and metals which are at the bottom are very less active towards the corrosion, hence called cathodic part or here noble region. So metals which are above in the series are more active, hence called anodic metals, and metals which are below in the series are less active towards the corrosion, hence called cathodic metals. And as you can see in this example, we are discussing about zinc and copper. So as you can observe, zinc is placed here on the third place and copper somewhere here. So zinc, if you compare with the copper, zinc is more active or more anodic as compared to copper. So in this case, zinc metal will behave as anode and the copper metal will behave as cathode. So it totally depends upon their activity, or you can compare that activity by using this galvanic series. So in this case, as we discussed, this zinc metal rod will behave as anode and copper will behave as cathode. And as we know, on anode always the oxidation reaction takes place, that means corrosion reaction takes place, which is, as we know, where metal goes into the solution form by evolving electrons. Now in this case, zinc is the metal at anode, so the reaction, that is zinc will give Zn2 plus ions into the solution and 2 electrons. So zinc metal will start dissolving on this region by giving electrons, and these electrons will be transferred through this metal towards the cathode. Now cathode here, that is copper, and copper cannot be further reduced by accepting this electron. So reduction of the impurities present in the surrounding environment will take place, and as we learn the mechanisms, it totally depends upon the pH of the electrolyte. In the acidic condition, evolution of hydrogen type of reaction may take place. In case of neutral medium, absorption of oxygen type of reaction takes place on this cathodic region, and the whole cell reaction will get complete. So this is all about galvanic cell corrosion. What you need to remember is this type of corrosion takes place when two metals are joined together electrically and come in contact with the same electrolyte solution, where metal which is more active or which is placed above in the electrochemical series or galvanic series will behave as anode, and the other metal will behave as cathode. And the reaction on the anode is always corrosion or dissolution of metal, and reaction on the cathode will be depends upon the electrolyte, that may be either evolution of hydrogen or absorption of oxygen. So this is about the galvanic cell corrosion. The possible question may be like simple as explain galvanic corrosion. In that case, you have to write the principle of galvanic cell corrosion and explain that with the diagram and example. Or question may be asked as like this: discuss the corrosion due to combination of metals of different electrode potentials. Combination of metals, that means when there are two or more metals are connected. In that case, which type of corrosion takes place, that you have to decide, and that is nothing but of course this differential metal corrosion, or what we call galvanic cell corrosion. In this case, of course, you have to write the corrosion due to combination of two metals, that you have to explain with the example. Mechanisms, how this reaction takes place, electrochemical reaction takes place by the help of anodic and cathodic reactions. And of course, to explain this, you need to draw a neat label diagram. So that's it for now. Thank you very much. See you next time.